Our economy needs more business, not only for the overall health of our economy, but to employ our people. We must innovate and think outside the box for one simple reason. We cannot stay behind. We cannot stay behind, and especially not in Palestine. I can't think of a better, more sustainable way to help than to support the new generation.
To be honest with you, no one wants to be an employee all the rest of their life. So that's what I think. For me, this is the reason I have always been active more than reactive, proactive.
Sometimes you just you have to follow your dreams. He could have worked all his life in the company and he wouldn't feel like, yes, that's what I'm doing. But now he's just spending all the time working there and he loves it. So.
My startup is iDevator. iDevator is a social game development company. We develop culturally relevant social games targeting one of the world's fastest social market in the region. So iDevator trying to bring the world gaming experience into Arab market. So as we can see that Arabs had their own way to think and their own way to believe. So what we're trying to do is build a relevant game to their beliefs and their daily life living.
My product is Expotech. Expotech means connects me, and it's come from the sense of our core business, which is to connect beginner artists, venues, and their audience in one side so they can create and promote music or any kind of entertainment event and projects. Our target customers are those who are beginner artists. Maybe at this point we're gonna target the musicians, but at a strategical perspective we're gonna target all kind of artists. I don't care if you are a musician, or if you are a writer, or if you are a photographer. You will have a spot in Expotech so you can display all your talent for people that want to contact you.
Mobistine is a new startup company specialized in designing and developing healthcare applications for new parents on smartphone devices.
We have makeup tips, we have healthcare tips such as eye testing, and now we're specializing on creating for new parents. So we're solving problems for new parents, for pregnant women, for in the Arabic word in Arabic. That's our apps are in Arabic. So
we have doctors,
gynecologists. We have a midwife. We have a nutritionist. And also we're now in Palestine. We're partners with Palestinian Medical Association for Health, and also with Jerusalem Maternity Hospital.
Though we are, a profitable company or look to be a profitable company, but the social responsibilities also is one of our major things that we should focus on.
I have 3 lines of businesses. The first is called Safqa Online, which means deal online. It's a classified multilingual web portal geared towards the MENA region. The second portal is called Finjani, which means 1 cup of coffee. It's a personal web portal or start page indexing the most visited websites based on geography. And the third line of business is that I do social media ad campaigns and online advertising for SMEs in Palestine mainly and in Jordan. We were described as the Craigslist of the Arab world, but we emphasize on having a more of an advanced interface. Through Safqa Online, we can help internet users and businessmen to communicate across the countries.
And Maluma will be the first platform on the internet to improve the quality of education. And so our target market is all university students from different universities, major cities in the Arab world who have access to the internet. One main disadvantage we have in Palestine is that Palestinian universities are not connected. So I'll have an opportunity available to me, and it's not available to any other student in the other cities. So this made us also think about connecting universities.
I'm one of the team members of Independent Wind, and we're working to make sure that the Palestinian people have access to clean electricity that's independent from the control of other forces that can utilize it to harm and oppress the way we live our daily lives.
We're a development and management company that gonna run wind turbines to produce electricity using wind energy. So we're not gonna be producing the turbines themselves, but we're gonna be doing the whole measurements, doing the whole pre-work, and managing and developing the product itself.
So Palestinian culture not so good for supporting entrepreneurs or startup. Always they encourage you to go and start working in other companies and getting money fast.
Actually, I didn't want to start a company in Jerusalem, firstly because there's a lot of restrictions on Palestinians to open businesses there, and it's a bit of an economic burden to start a business there. And for me, I wanted to help also the Palestinian community in the West Bank. So I focused my attention in Ramallah because it's mainly the hub of IT in Palestine.
You have to understand that in the Palestinians, actually, there is not a lot of entertainment offered to them. Okay, it's very limited. Actually, there is none. Like, if you want to go out, you want to. There is very limited certain places that you go.
The reason is that why I started the company is that when I graduated, I looked up opportunities for employment in the ICT sector, and I found the opportunities were very cool.
I think it's important to note that entrepreneurship in the context of working in the occupied Palestinian territories has a completely new dimension that is not present in any other place in the world, which is that you're not only working with the formal challenges that you deal with when you're working on a startup in, say, Silicon Valley or in Berlin or so forth. There's the dimension of the fact that you have other factors that control you, whether it's internal factors that are different and whether it's the occupation in and of itself.
We have a bad economy in Palestine, and we cannot depend on our savings. So when you're talking about going to start your own company and you're going to entrepreneurial way, then there is a huge risk for your future.
The level of entrepreneurship here, like Muhammad was saying, the opportunity of success of new ventures, new business ventures, is close to zero. So if you create something new, you're giving hope to literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of young Palestinians who are usually sent in one direction in their lives. They don't break through in other paths. They're not given those opportunities.
I do believe that startups or entrepreneurs, they have a good foundations to start their companies here in Palestine. Of course, there is a lot of things that has to be taken into consideration for that, but entrepreneurs on the ICT sector, which doesn't understand about boundaries, it's a good starting point for our entrepreneurs.
And I wanted to start this startup and work on this idea in Palestine because I wanted the benefits to come back to my people.
I don't want the money more than I want the support, because this idea is, and it's true that it's a business, but it's also political, and it's green, and it's and all these issues together.
Our goal is to start it very simple. Our goal is to work on it, moving obstacle by obstacle, persevering until we reach that goal where we can provide our communities, our people, with consistent access to electricity at cheap prices, and that's within their control and within their budget. And I think we will be able to do that, and investors will become interested in us once they see that spirit we have in persevering, and once they see how much hope and benefits we bring to our communities and other communities throughout the region.
Okay, we have been through a celebration of innovation, and we believe it's playing a good part in the whole entrepreneurship thing in Palestine. We're very interested in the investors they're gaining, and we hope we can secure a seed investment for our next year.
Yeah, the celebration of innovations, they are, how to say, they are giving us this try, you know. I mean, Palestinian people, and from my personal experience, I have met a lot of Palestinian people, and to be honest, I'm astonished about the quality of the people.
It's a tool to use this opportunity to convince the political people to support us and the people in the energy authority to give us the permission to go forward in our project.
And it needs a lot of work, trust me. That's why it's like we're here. We need the fund for this. You can't just start and just do all of that on your own. You need someone to support and help you too.
You're given chances. It's about to make the money, because we all have to live, and you have to buy your bread, your beverage, everything, you know. But with this kind of startups, you are given chance, okay, for Palestinian companies and entrepreneurs and people like us, okay, to get into that cycle, which is given at least a better opportunity that this has not been given from before. So that is what it's about.